Hello there, everybody! As of August 3rd, another year has gone by. It's been a rather solid year, and it's time to look back and see how far we've come. The first LP this year was Banjo Kazooie. It started on August 3rd, 2012, and ended January 25th. One of my longest Let's Plays as of yet, Banjo Kazooie is one of my favorite platformers ever. Great puzzles, interesting platforming, plenty of new mechanics. It took what made Banjo Kazooie great and made it even greater. I played quite well, hardly ever being killed off, and really did a good job with it overall, I'd say. However, you might notice the rather large time gap. This is mainly due to college. I got very busy for a while there and even lost my motivation to work on videos for a while. But it wasn't long before I jumped back in and gave it another go to finish off the series. Episode 8 is the most viewed video of this year, with 242 views. Well, much like how I did the original Sonic the Hedgehog alongside Banjo Kazooie, I did several Sonic games alongside Banjo Kazooie, having 3 Banjo episodes and then a Sonic episode. The first Sonic game that I did was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which started on August 6th and ended on August 21st. For many people, this is their favorite Sonic game. For me, not so much. It's the only Sonic game so far wherein I did not get the Chaos Emeralds. I also played as Tails. In most of my Sonic videos, I typically go through one zone of video, but in this game I often went through several due to how fast I was moving. Even the final boss, the Death Egg Robot, which often takes me an incredibly long amount of time to get through, as you can see in the last video, or as you can see in the 4th video of Sonic Generations, well, it didn't give me nearly as much trouble as it usually does. This would later be followed up in some live streams where I'd actually take it down first try. I then moved on to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which started on September 20th and ended on January 19th. This game fell in the middle of my mega break and took place between episodes 18 and 34 Banjo Kazooie. My very first LP, way back in 2008, was Sonic 3 and Knuckles. To put it simply, that Let's Play sucked horribly. So I figured that now that I'm much better at these videos, I would be able to create a very good run of what is one of my favorite games ever. I believe that I succeeded. I played as Tails again and obtained all the Chaos Emeralds. I even got to show off a glitch or two along the way. The only thing that was a snag was, surprisingly, the Ice Cap Zone boss, which included a little montage of failure. But hey, it isn't a Let's Play without some fail. The next Sonic game was Sonic and Knuckles, which I started on February 11th and finished on February 18th. I played as Sonic this time, and once again obtained all the Chaos Emeralds. However, I did not utilize Super Sonic so that people who would not be able to beat the Chaos Emerald minigames would still be helped. Though, with that said, I did accidentally activate Super Sonic during Sky Sanctuary a few times. Even so, said transformations were actually the only real examples of failure in the series, as overall I did quite well, even though I don't like Sonic 3 and Knuckles as much as Sonic 3. Then I went on to Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which started on March 11th and ended on March 21st. In this Let's Play, I played as Knuckles. Knuckles naturally has many different pathways to take through in the game, even to the point of having entirely separate levels. And in the cases where he didn't have radically different ways to go, I always made sure to go along a different pathway I had not traveled in Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles. I did not get any of the Chaos Emeralds on screen, as I had shown the mini-games already, and Knuckles didn't have anything particularly special for collecting them all like Sonic does with his Doomsday Zone. During levels where I did not feel like I would have much to say, I brought along my friend Game & Roy as an homage to my old Let's Play of the game, and on 2 occasions Austin on Sugar, who was a major Sonic buff. Overall, while it's probably my least popular series of this year, I'd say it was still quite entertaining. I decided to continue with Sonic and go on to Sonic CD, starting April 15th and ending on April 21st. I played the Sonic Gems Collection version, as I have neither an original copy nor the enhanced remake. Sonic CD did not take up much of my childhood, so for extra entertainment purposes, I brought along my friends George Gamewatch and Austin on Sugar. George left fairly early in the series, but Austin stayed until the end. I got all the time stones and visited all the machines that you find in the past, so as to show how to obtain a good future in both manners. I'd say that this Let's Play probably has some of the best commentary this year, culminating in the text bubble that appears in Austin's videos, Texty, getting lost on my channel. He still hasn't found his way back, by the way. Technically, the Let's Play isn't over yet, as Austin wants to do some extra videos to show off some extra stuff in the game, including the bad futures, the Japanese soundtrack, some analyzations on the loading screens, and some other stuff as well. But the core Let's Play has been finished. I decided to take a break from Sonic for a while and start up my favorite series, the Kirby series. I did a one video Let's Play of Kirby's Dream Land. It was short, it was simple, I provided plenty of information, and it seemed that I provided quite a bit of entertainment. It probably has the most comments of any of my videos this year. The video was uploaded on May 6th. I immediately started up Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland afterwards. It's a Game Boy Advance remake of Kirby's Adventure, which both count as my very first Kirby game. I started it on May 7th and ended it on May 11th. A simple, quick 100% run of the game, I demonstrated my skill, knowledge, and love for the Kirby series in a very potent manner with this one. This was also the first time that I used my Game Boy player, which allows me to play Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on my GameCube to record a Let's Play. I decided to go on and finish the Banjo Kazooie series, for now anyway, with Banjo Kazooie Gruntys Revenge, the rather ignored title that appeared on Game Boy Advance and some handheld phones. The Let's Play started on May 27th and ended on June 6th. I technically didn't get 100%, I missed roughly 9 notes, but it was my first time being the final boss at all, and I was ecstatic to do so on my first take. In general, I played the game very well, hardly ever missing a beat, and not losing lives until the very end. I was very happy to show off this rather unknown Banjo Kazooie game. To start up my summer of collaboration, my friend Game & Roy and I began Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga Co-op on June 17th. This Let's Play is ongoing. In this game, players control Mario and Luigi simultaneously, needing to synchronize their movements to unleash powerful super moves and move about the world. However, Jordan and I are doing something a little different. I'm controlling Mario's actions, while Jordan is controlling Luigi's. So far, it's been a very interesting series, and I assure you that it will get even better in the coming episodes. Due to the fact that Jordan and I can't record Mario and Luigi episodes all the time, I did, and will continue to do, other series during that Let's Play. So far, I've done Sonic 3D Blast, which started on June 26th and ended on June 30th. This series was okay. I played well enough, got all the Chaos Emeralds as quickly as possible, generally did a good job, but I got a fact or two wrong, such as saying there was a Dreamcast version when really the alternate version I was thinking of was for the Sega Saturn. I'd say that it's probably my worst Let's Play this year, but I don't really have a whole lot of history on this one either, so it's kinda to be expected. Finally, on October 7th of 2012, by the way, I started a Minecraft series. This isn't so much a Let's Play as it is a blog with Minecraft in the background, but it is a thing that I do. I play the Xbox 360 version, and said version isn't updated as I can't really connect my 360 to the internet, so I'm providing an experience that hardly anyone else these days can, if nothing else. I have made 12 episodes so far, and I've covered topics ranging the gameplay mechanics, finding a job, what college is like, how my friends and I got into Let's Playing, working with other people, how friendships work, and how I view my friends, and other various topics as well. I probably need to update this series more often, as a lot has happened in my life since the last episode, but I'll talk more that in, the episode itself. Comparing this year with my first, there are a few things to note. In my first year, there were several Let's Plays that I considered, and still consider, big misses. While this year, my worst thing was Sonic 3D Blast, that is still miles ahead of many of last year's Let's Plays. However, my growth diminished this year. I didn't have any big hits like Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Sonic Generations, or Pac-Man World 3. While some of last year's videos hit several thousand views, this year the average would be 50. Of course, this probably has to do with the fact that most of this year's Let's Plays were of games that have been done a lot, while last year's big hits were of games that were either new or hardly ever done. I also made fewer videos this year due to my mega break in winter and having smaller breaks between already small projects. All in all, I think that I did good this year, but I still see room for improvement, especially where schedule is concerned, and I'm hoping to see this next year's be even better. Until next time, folks, stay sufficiently awesome.